Welcome back to Top Repairs. How do you know you have a bad fuel filter? It is time to replace it with a new one. The first sign that it's time to replace the fuel filter is going to be fuel leak. If you smell like fuel coming from the engine bay or underneath the vehicle, make sure that you don't have a bad fuel filter that could be leaking right at the connection or right at the body area if it becomes too rusted or it got damage caused by road objects. The next sign it is time to replace the fuel filter, it is going to be starting issue. If you have not replaced the fuel filter in a very long time, it is possible that the inside might be clogged. When a fuel filter is clogged, it is going to cause low fuel pressure, and low fuel pressure can make it difficult for the engine to start. So you're going to notice hard start and long crank time when trying to start your engine. And if the fuel filter on the inside is extremely clogged, you're going to notice that the vehicle might start and it might stall afterward. So it might take a few attempts for the engine to start. If you look at the fuel filter, it says to replace the fuel filter every 12,000 miles. Now, if you have not replaced your fuel filter, let's just say you have over 100,000 miles on your vehicle, it is possible that the fuel filter might start to clog on the inside. Now, when it starts to clog on the inside, this can cause all sorts of issues. For example, if your vehicle is running, it might start to run poorly and you might notice rough idle. Rough idle can be caused by an engine misfire if there is low fuel pressure and there's not enough fuel going to the fuel rail. In addition to that, you might notice that the RPM gauge may start to fluctuate, and you might also notice that the engine might randomly stall out of nowhere. You might notice stalling might occur more at low speed when the fuel pump motor is spinning slower. The next sign it is time to replace the fuel filter is going to be acceleration issue. For example, if the fuel filter is clogged, again, it's going to cause low fuel pressure. And when you're stepping on the gas pedal, you might notice that the vehicle might hesitate to accelerate. You might also notice that when you step on the gas pedal, the engine might actually shut off because there's not enough fuel going to the fuel rail. And again, this can cause your engine to turn off. Can a bad fuel filter trigger codes? Yes, it can. If the fuel filter is clogged, it can trigger P0087, low fuel pressure. It can trigger P0171 and P0174. Those are going to be lean codes. It can also trigger misfire code. For example, it can trigger P0300. That's going to be random misfire code. It can also trigger P0301 to P0310. That's going to be an engine misfire for cylinder number 1 to cylinder number 10. Can a clogged fuel filter cause damage to the fuel pump? Yes, it can. If the fuel filter is extremely clogged, it can cause the fuel pump motor to work harder and it can shorten its life. I hope you found this video useful. As always, thank you for watching and subscribe to Top 5 Auto Repairs.